Four on the floor, brought to you by Citywide Banks. 4 topics, 20 seconds each. When you hear the bell, shut up. All right, here we go. Question number 1. You got these in my email, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I even
You
cared
send out-
enough to pick up my notes.
You send out emails to
'Cause I
people
love
about
you.
questions?
And you got pizza stains all over your notes.
I don't.
That's because I'm a sports writer.
All right, who left the bigger mess in Denver? Josh McDaniels with the Broncos or Brian Shaw with the Nuggets?
You can't compare the two. It was Josh McDaniel. That was a mess. That was a dumpster fire. That was Chernobyl. That was like 5 Mile Island. Brian Shaw
3 Mile
left.
Actually,
I think it was worse than 5 Mile Island.
It was about 60%
Yeah, it was
worse.
Josh McDaniels.
Mark?
Biggest mess is my notes right here because I got pizza stains all over. You know what? Brian Shaw was a more sane human being than Josh McDaniels, but I think actually at the point Shaw left the Nuggets, they were the bigger mess because Shaw so alienated 2 of his best players in Fareed and Lawson that both of those guys, I think, want out. And if you try to trade guys who want out, your trade value goes down. So bigger mess, Shaw.
I think Shaw left a bigger mess.
Really?
I think it's going to be tougher for this team to
I wish
recover
people
from
would
what
tweet us
Shaw
about
left here.
this.
John Elway did a phenomenal job cleaning up Josh McDaniels' mess, and very, very quickly, primarily by bringing in Peyton Manning and a few other top-notch players who ended up in the Pro Bowl. So Josh hurt the culture much more there than Brian Shaw hurt the
They
culture
had no
here.
culture with the Nuggets. They had no culture. They had
Who's the one guy you want to see in the home run derby?
Mark McGuire.
You know, the current Mark McGuire is a lot skinnier. I don't think he can hit the ball the way he used to. All right, I'm going to give you an answer.
No, I've got an answer. I still have a little
It's
time for the
fast.
bell.
10 seconds.
Bryant has had 9 home runs since he's come to the major leagues.
The Cubbies guy?
If he had come
Chris
up,
Bryant.
he'd come up for the first 10 games. He'd probably be leading the league in home runs. Well, I want to see him.
There's only one guy. It's Giancarlo Stanton.
He can knock it through the
Oh, I
scoreboard.
thought you.
Nobody
you're
hits the
saying-
ball like him.
I thought you were saying, who do you want to be invited to it? You want to see him in it, but I want
yeah.
to see. My answer
What do you
was
think
who
I was
wanted to
talking
be-
about?
Who do you invite?
No, I want to see him swing the bat.
Okay, well, why are
Giancarlo
we talking
Stanton.
about it
Mark,
now?
Do I have any time left?
We're talking about it because Bryce Harper.
It's 2
Bryce
months.
Harper,
It's
who's
2 months away.
There goes my time.
one of the major league
You guys
leaders
took my time.
says he might not show up.
Our next question
who do you
is,
want to see?
what do you want for
Babe
Christmas?
Ruth. Leave me alone.
What do you want for
Ruth.
Christmas? That's the next one.
Babe Ruth. All right.
Babe Ruth.
All right, Greg Oden is talking with the Memphis Grizzlies. They might pick him up. Who would you rather have at center, Greg Oden or JaVale McGee?
I'd rather have JaVale McGee because Greg Oden can't play dead in a Western. I went to see Greg Oden in the Final Four back when I used to go to the Final Four, and I called up the GM at the Nuggets at the time. I said, "This guy's terrible. He's not." And then
Even
he
when,
was
even
hurt.
when he's healthy?
Yeah, he was awful. He couldn't play. Mike Conley, who was his point guard, was an NBA player, and he's turned out to be an NBA player. So McGee's a knucklehead, but at least he's healthy and can play a little bit.
Woodrow?
Odin said when he was at Ohio State that he wanted to be a dentist.
He did.
Yeah, he wanted to be the world's. He didn't say he wanted to be the world's tallest dentist, but he would have become the world's tallest.
Could have
dentist.
been one by now.
It's like a high school college coach once told me. He said, "Son, you're majoring in journalism. I'd concentrate on that. If I were Odin, I'd concentrate on being a dentist."
Dentistry.
That answers your question backwards.
Yeah, I want the guy who's going to be able to stay on the court. And even though JaVale hasn't done a
What?
great,
So you had no answer. So you didn't take Nas call?
even though JaVale hasn't done a good job of it,
God.
he's done a better job of it
I
than Odin.
want the guy that
So
wants to
give me
that will be
JaVale.
on the court. Yeah, how many games
made
was he
up
on the
that
court
question?
this
Give me
year?
one of them, and then the next day,
What the
I'm looking for a trade partner. All right. Lastly, Krispy Kreme donut or Cinnabon?
Well, the Cinnabon is if you're in a mall. Because you walk in Cherry Creek Mall and it's now gone. I don't know if people know that. You walk in the mall and you have been thinking about cinnamon buns for months, and you go, "Well, I'm gonna have a cinnamon bun." It's like Josh Hamilton in a bar. Oh, I want a cinnamon bun. Krispy Kreme donuts.
Every time Josh Hamilton walks into a bar, he went to Cinnabon?
No, but it's
Okay.
This is the guy who said he pulls for people.
Crispy.
I really love Josh Hamilton. I want him
well,
to
that's
do
the truth.
well.
I'm telling the
It's
truth.
like
though.
Jack really
Krispy
makes a
Kreme
joke.
donuts are the greatest donuts in the whole world. But when you go, here's the secret: when you go, make sure that light's on that's saying they're hot. Because when they cool off, they're like every other donut. But when they're hot,
They melt
that
in your
is
mouth.
melting your mouth, literally.
Krispy Kreme donut, for sure. I only go to Cinnabon for the Orange Julius.
Why don't you go to Orange Julius for the Orange Julius? I'm going to Cinnabon, folks, because when they're hot,
you're wrong.
when Cinnabons are hot, they're the gooeyest, sweetest, most hearty thing
You ever had a
can
Krispy
eat.
Kreme donut?
Of course I have.
Well, you mean of course.
A number of times I've had Krispy
I
Kreme
can't-
donuts,
you're-
and they're good. They melt in your mouth.
You're totally wrong. You're
Okay.
so wrong.
All right, I'm wrong. I'm always wrong.
Yep.
That segment brought to you by
Ring
Citywide
the
Banks,
bell.
a family-owned, Colorado-focused business bank. They have 12 locations across Denver and Boulder, so there is one somewhere near you. They have more than 25 services that businesses need, and they are a passionate supporter of more than 150 Colorado charities each year. It's Citywide Banks where this show does its banking.